Hi guys, Sandy Ingram here. Welcome. I am sorry. I am so sorry to bother you on this very, very special day. No sooner did I get into the cab and head to this all-inclusive resort that I'm going to spend the next couple of days here, call myself resting and rejuvenating. The international news feeds just blew up. And this happened on Tuesday afternoon, and you will be getting this video on Wednesday morning because I absolutely will not bother you on the 25th. But here's what's happening. The Iran-backed militants, some of them are saying, yes, we will disarm. But other armed-backed militants are saying, no way in hell are we going to give up our weapons. They even sent a letter to this. Now this is serious, guys, because it has become so important, the issue, that they're now saying that some of the Iran-backed militant groups will unarm if certain people are elected president and prime minister. That means that Iraq is now being blackmailed or held hostage to do certain things so that certain people will or will not do certain things. This is a mess, guys. This is a mess. And let me tell you why it's so serious. Israel has been wanting to jump on, as they say in the hood, has been wanting to attack Iraq for over a year. And the only reason why they haven't done it is because the U.S. government has said, no. Let us see if we can handle this. But it doesn't look like the U.S. government can handle it. The Iran-backed militants are not giving up their weapons. Now, you would think, okay, well, Iraq could just kick them out of the country. Not exactly. A lot of these people, to my understanding, is that they are Iraqi citizens. They support the Iran agenda, and that's why they're called Iran-backed militants. Now, they say they're not there in Iraq to hurt anyone. They're there to protect Iraq. And I don't know if they understand the weaponry, the technology, and the capabilities of Israel. I don't know if they understand what Israel could do to them. I don't even know if they truly understand what Israel did to Gaza and that they are on the agenda for this same thing to happen to them. I don't think they understand. Or maybe they just are in a dark tunnel. They don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they are just saying, screw it. We're not giving up the weapons. Now, for Iraq to make them give up the weapons would be an instant civil war. We don't want that. But we also don't want Israel to go in and kick their behinds. Guys, I don't know what to say. What I'm going to do is allow the channel's voiceover to explain this in a professional ABCD 1, 2, 3 way, easy, simple way, so that you understand what's going on, because I am emotional. I call myself having a vacation within a vacation in this wonderful, all-inclusive resort on the island. But that's not happening because the news feeds is jumping off. The administration, the U.S. administration, can't seem to get Iraq to understand the severity. And maybe Iraq does understand. Maybe they just can't handle or make the militants give up the weapons. But I can almost assure you that Israel, they are not playing. So frustrating. If you pray, now is the time. If you don't pray, that's okay. Just meditate. just send a positive thought to Iraq, a little bit of positive energy. They need all that they can get because the U.S. is telling them we're not going to be able to protect you unless the Iraqi militants are disarmed. So take a look and a listen at what the channel's voiceover is going to tell you. He's going to explain it professionally, because I admit I am I have a lot of emotions about this. I'm very, very concerned. But I do believe in a higher source. And I believe that things will work out. It's just right at this moment, I don't see how, except for Iraq getting beat up. So send me positive thoughts, but please definitely send positive thoughts to Iraq. Take a look and take a listen.
Iraq is facing a critical question that will shape its future stability, sovereignty, and economic progress. Who controls the weapons in the country, the state, or armed militias? On paper, Iraq's constitution is clear. Only the government should have the authority to carry and control weapons. In reality, that is not what's happening. For years, powerful armed groups, many aligned with Iran, have operated alongside Iraq's official security forces. These militias are deeply embedded in politics, security, and even the economy. Now, growing pressure from inside Iraq and from international partners has forced the issue into the open. What's important to understand is this: pro-Iranian militias in Iraq are no longer unified on this question. Some factions are beginning to publicly acknowledge that weapons should eventually fall under full state control. They argue that Iraq needs to function like a normal sovereign country, with one chain of command and one legal authority over force. These groups are trying to position themselves as responsible political actors, especially as Iraq seeks foreign investment, economic growth, and international legitimacy. But other militias strongly reject this idea. Hardline groups such as Asayb al-Haq, Kataib Hezbollah, and Harakat al-Nujaba have made their position very clear. They will not disarm, they will not surrender their weapons, and they will not accept state control over their military power. These groups claim their weapons are necessary to resist foreign influence, particularly the presence of U.S. forces in Iraq. To them, weapons are not just tools, they are leverage. Political leverage, military leverage, and influence inside Iraq's power structure. One militia leader even stated outright that disarmament is not open for discussion. This division among militias creates a serious dilemma for Iraq's government. On one side, Iraqi leaders face legal and constitutional pressure to enforce the rule of law. On another side, they face armed groups that are powerful, organized, and politically connected, and on top of that, they face international pressure to stabilize Iraq and prevent militia activity from dragging the country into regional conflicts. This is happening at a sensitive time. Iraq is still struggling with political deadlock, slow reforms, and the long-term effects of conflict. The presence of independent armed groups makes it harder to form stable governments, attract foreign investment, and reassure citizens that the state, not militias, is in charge. The issue goes far beyond security. As long as weapons remain outside government control, Iraq's sovereignty appears divided. Economic confidence remains fragile. Political decisions are influenced by force, not law. Long-term stability remains uncertain. In simple terms, a country cannot fully move forward when there are two centers of power, one that operates through laws and institutions, and another that operates through weapons. That is the crossroads Iraq is facing today. Some militias are signaling flexibility, others are digging in deeper, and the Iraqi state is caught in between, trying to assert authority without triggering further instability. How this struggle unfolds will shape Iraq's political future, its security environment, and its ability to function as a fully sovereign nation.